People who are not in the healthcare system and trained and educated in healthcare do not understand how we navigate that system.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
Our Dan Hansen is looking into new cuts by the Richland School District.
Plus, a fire breaks out at a Kennewick apartment complex this afternoon.
Also ahead.
Kennewick Primary is no longer restricted for normal traffic, 2207.
New details in the case of a Benton County public defender accused of DUI.
And is the mayor of Mabton running for re-election?
Meanwhile, in the weather department,
it's been a blustery day, but not a bad-looking afternoon. How long are those winds going to stick around? I'll give you all the details. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us here midweek. I'm Wendy Redmond.
And I'm Austin Reed. It is April the 16th. First at 6, the Richland School District is proposing major staffing changes that have community members raising concerns. The district says the plan will help solve a looming budget shortfall.
But some fear it could come at the expense of students' health and learning. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen reports.
The Richland School District is moving forward with a controversial cost-cutting plan that would eliminate several school nurse and library positions in the 2025-26 school year. The district says it will reorganize its health services and secondary library operations using remaining staff, a move projected to save about $1.2 million.
It's really hard because in nursing, they always cut us back to a skeleton staff. That's what happens in healthcare, and it's really unfortunate. It's to the detriment of our students. It's to the detriment of our patients.
The cuts sparked emotional testimony at last week's school board meeting, where parents, staff, and community members pleaded with administrators to reconsider.
People who are not in the healthcare system and trained and educated in healthcare do not understand how we navigate that system.
Advocates say nurses provide far more than just bandages and ice packs. They monitor chronic conditions, assess symptoms, offer health education, and help keep students in the classroom and ready to learn. REA President Krista Calvin read from a letter written by a local librarian.
During National Library Week, I was just dismissed. I have thrown everything I have into being the most highly qualified, skilled, and competent librarian. I have worked for over a decade as library department head to help better and strengthen all our libraries and programs at their schools.
The district plans to reduce its full-time nursing staff from 16 to 10, while elementary library services will remain in place. Secondary school librarians, serving 4 middle schools and 2 high schools, would be replaced by a single district-level certified librarian. District leaders acknowledge the impact of the decision.
We know this is hard on everybody. We don't have money. The bottom line is that the school district, if we don't make cuts, will end up in binding conditions.
Waters says the district is trying to bring spending in line with the available funding, and the changes are necessary to ensure long-term stability. Still, for many in the community, the trade-offs feel personal and painful. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
New on the fire watch, one person was taken to the hospital this afternoon after a blaze broke out at an apartment complex in Kennewick.
Firefighters with Kennewick, Pasco, and Benton County Fire Districts 1 and 2 all raced to the 400 block of South Quincy Street just after 1 p.m. Heavy smoke was coming from one unit of the Entrada de Ferro apartments. Firefighters ended up tearing down parts of the roof and windows in an effort to put the fire out. 2 people were inside the home, one taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation, but we are told they are expected to be okay. That coming from Kennewick Fire Chief Chad Michael. Cause of the fire not yet known, but Chief Michael says firefighters will stay at the scene for several hours to help put out any hot spots and investigate what happened.
New at 6 now, you may hear sirens on the Hanford site tomorrow, but don't worry, it is just a drill.
Every so often, they do these emergency drills and siren tests to make sure equipment is working and to train employees on emergency procedures. The sirens will go off between 12:30 and 1:30 tomorrow afternoon in the 100 area of the Hanford site near the Columbia River.
Activation will also happen in the 200 areas in the central portion of the site, but these sirens are not generally heard off the Hanford site. All right, another windy day today. Not as bad as prior days, though.
But still, Wendy says it was windy, Stacy. Bad joke.
like it.
I know. We'll skip
All
over that
right,
one.
well, thanks, Wendy. Yeah, very windy right now through the area. We've been seeing these gusty winds, and you can see our barbs. It is coming down from the north. The jet stream sitting right over the top of us, bringing down that cooler air. So you might notice it feels much cooler today, a good 5 to 10 degrees cooler, and we'll continue to see those gusty winds. They'll start to taper off around midnight, but they're not going to disappear completely. They'll be back. All right, so I'm keeping an eye on this game. I can actually watch the game while I'm at work. It is 7-4. Dust Devils are up against Everett. So 62 degrees right now. Great afternoon for that. We have a few clouds rolling through. There's a little shortwave system. Not really going to bring any rain. Shouldn't bring any rain, I should say. We could see a sprinkle or two. Again, blustery winds still continue as we move through the afternoon. Temperatures mild. We're cooling down as the sun is starting to set. 50s and 60s through the area. So planning your evening out, look for those 50s and 60s. We're about there now. 8 o'clock, we're going to see those temperatures in the 50s, and by 10, you're going to be down in the 40s and the 50s. Clear and breezy winds, a little bit cooler tomorrow. Beautiful on Friday and Saturday. Breezy and gusty winds, and I'll give you your Easter Day forecast coming up. Austin, Wendy.
New tonight, the top attorney in charge of Benton County's Public Defender's Office, charged with a DUI in West Richland, was set to be in court today. Apple Valley News Now was inside the courtroom. However, Keith Johnson was not. We saw his name and courtroom, number 2, on the board outside of the court, yet his name was never called. We did reach out to his lawyer, Brian Roach, to see what happened. We're waiting to hear back.
Meanwhile, this is dash cam video from the night he was arrested back at the beginning of March. Take a look. West Richland PD stopped his vehicle on Keene right near Bombing Range Road. Police say his truck crossed into oncoming lanes a number of times and that his speed was all over the place. Johnson, who also served as the top administrator in Franklin County for at least 7 years, was arrested for DUI. He was released that same day on $1,000 bail, according to jail records.
We asked Johnson for a comment right after the arrest, but he referred us to his lawyer. Johnson is still employed and working for Benton County. Once we hear back from his lawyer, though, we'll let you know what happens.
After the death of a 35-year-old man in Benton County last August due to fentanyl, the Benton County Sheriff's Office now found the suspect they say provided the narcotics. The county prosecutor's office issued an arrest warrant on April 1st for Dustin Shearer. He was arrested in Grant County and taken to the Benton County Jail, booked for controlled substance homicide. If you know anything about this case, call the Benton County Sheriff's Office.
And Wendy, the Hapo Community Credit Union is warning customers about a new scam targeting financial institutions. Scammers are impersonating banks and encouraging people to send money via cash apps or withdraw funds. There are also false claims that Hapo is under FBI investigation. The financial institution says not to respond or share personal info. If you are contacted with any of these claims, contact them directly.
If you recently sent mail to the Kittitas County Courthouse or Ellensburg City Hall, listen up to this. Police are investigating after a report of someone stealing mail and fraudulently cashing a check. Officials say they determined mail had been stolen from the Ellensburg Post Office on March 26th. They do now have some suspects in custody, but now authorities are asking anyone who may have sent mail to the Kittitas County Courthouse or Ellensburg City Hall around that date of March 26th to verify they received it. What started out as a vehicle speeding in Prosser escalated quickly yesterday. Prosser police say once the driver pulled over, he sped off again. Police then determined that vehicle was reported stolen from Kennewick. Once they got the driver stopped a second time, the man refused to get out. Officers and deputies from Sunnyside, Grandview, and Yakima County all came out to help. They say after about an hour of verbal negotiations, they released a pepper ball. The man then got out, but officials say he continued to ignore commands, so police deployed a canine. Finally, they took the 18-year-old into custody. He faces numerous charges.
Developing out of the town of Mabton in Yakima County, today I spoke over the phone with the mayor, Rachel Rurales. She confirmed with us today that she will be running for re-election. Now, we have covered numerous stories about the small town, including a recall petition that's still happening against the mayor. However, the mayor told me, quote, "I walk with my head held high because I have done nothing wrong," end quote. Today, we also discussed a one-on-one sit-down interview that I am hoping to have happen in the near future. We'll keep you updated on that. In the meantime, filing runs from May 5th through the 9th. Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, is just getting started. Coming up, new unemployment numbers are out for the Evergreen State.
Plus,
the stock market plunged again today, and California launched a lawsuit aimed at the Trump tariffs. I'm Zoreen Shah. I'll have more of that story coming up.
And Stacy is coming back with a look at your full First Alert forecast on this beautiful evening as we're catching a little bit of a scene here. Baseball.
Yeah, go
Love it.
Dust Devils. Hey, remember our new weather app from customized forecasts to the latest radar and instant weather alerts sent right to your phone? Download it today on your phone's app store. Just type Apple Valley News Now Weather. We're on your side and we're back right after this.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. But I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
A person's home may be their castle, but Legends Casino Hotel is your palace of prizes in April. Entries into the palace can only be earned by using your Legends Rewards card. Win between $2,000 and $8,000 every Thursday. Then on April 24th, we'll draw a winner for a shiny new Volkswagen Jetta. So, jet on over to the palace of prizes at Legends Casino Hotel in April. In the meantime, you can begin cleaning out that royal garage to make room for your new Volkswagen Jetta.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, around a pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
Got a birthday coming up, celebrating a big win, or just want to gather the crew for a pizza and a good time? For decades, Hubby's Pizza has been the go-to spot for family, friends, and fun. Reserve your table and bring the whole gang. Kids, family, teammates, whoever loves great pizza and good vibes. Dig into your favorite pizza, hit up the fresh salad bar, and let the kids have a blast in the arcade. And if the party's at your place, no problem. Hubby's now delivers through Grubhub and DoorDash. A community tradition, a place to celebrate. Acquire the Hubby's habit today.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn. Bulldog Tough.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. Welcome back, everybody. Washington's economy decreased by about 5,200 jobs last month, and the monthly unemployment rate remained at 4.4%.
So in the past 12 months, the state added 25,100 jobs. That's a 0.7 increase. See the total jobs chart online at applevalleynewsnow.com. In March, new employment data shows non-farm employment decreased by 5,200, government employment decreased by 4,100, 100 federal, 600 general state government, and 3,400 state government education as well. All right, the stock market plunged again today with the new tariff turmoil and new warnings from the Federal Reserve. All three major indexes finishing in the red.
The Dow losing 1.73%, the Nasdaq down more than 3%, and the S&P 500 fell more than 2%. This as losses accelerated with Nvidia and other tech stocks leading the way. And California today launched a lawsuit aimed at the Trump tariffs.
ABC's Zoreen Shah has the story from LA.
California Governor Gavin Newsom argues tariffs are the responsibility of Congress and not the president through executive orders. And today he said no state is poised to lose more than the state of California. The closing bell on Wall Street today ringing in new losses. The Dow ending the day down almost 2%. The plunge attributed to the Federal Reserve Chairman's new warnings today about President Trump's sweeping tariff policy.
Tariffs are highly likely to generate at least a temporary rise in inflation.
Even before Powell spoke, tech stocks started dipping after the Trump administration put up new roadblocks for giant chip maker Nvidia to export to China. The company saying it will lose $5.5 billion. Some imports coming into the U.S. from China, like electric vehicles and syringes, are now facing a hefty 245% tariff. The White House says there were tariff talks today between President Trump and representatives from Japan, America's fourth biggest trading partner. But a new lawsuit over the Trump tariffs from the fifth biggest economy in the world, California.
We're also the largest manufacturing state in the United States of America, $412 billion output. And I want to put that in perspective.
Newsom charging that Trump does not have the authority to unilaterally place tariffs using the International Economic Emergency Powers Act, requesting a judge void the tariffs and block them.
Where the hell is Congress? Where the hell is Speaker Johnson? Do your job. And so I'm angry as a parent. As a taxpayer.
Newsom says the tariffs are impacting California's trade with U.S. trading partners around the world. California is also the nation's biggest importer. Zoreen Shah, ABC News Los Angeles.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And you may be noticing a few clouds moving across. Our first alert radar is picking up a few light sprinkles here and there out by Vantage, down around the Columbia River Gorge. And we could start to see a few sprinkles tonight over in the Blues, mainly right now in the southern portion of the Cascades. So there's those clouds hanging around. 63 degrees. It is cooling down rapidly with the clouds moving across. Winds are decent in Yakima this afternoon, 10 miles per hour. Sunset at 7:46. It's been blustery. It's been windy, and the reason you're feeling that cold air is, well, the wind is coming down on top of us from the north. That jet stream is sitting right over the top of Washington State. In fact, right over the top of the Tri-Cities pretty much. And we'll continue to see these winds be blustery throughout the night. Here's 6 o'clock. We'll move forward to 8 o'clock. Still pretty windy. Pendleton, Hermiston, Sunnyside, and Yakima. By 10, though, things will start to calm down a little bit, except for Battle Mountain Summit and there in Pendleton. Overnight, we'll have calmer winds, but as we get into our Thursday, look for those winds to start once again from the north. Moses Lake right into Hanford, into the Ellensburg area along the foothills of the Blues, and pretty much like today, later in the afternoon is when you're going to feel those impacts. These are the gusts, by the way, not the sustained winds, so they're a little bit lighter tomorrow than they were today. This is that cold front moving down from the north, producing snow for folks in Montana, across parts of Utah, Colorado, and Wyoming. So if you're a skier, get on an airplane, you could be getting some fresh powder over in those areas. The cold front is sitting here. It's still going to continue with this polar jet stream just over the top of us, but it'll start pushing the cold air out as our subtropical jet will meet it later on. Right now, though, temperatures are in the 50s and 60s. We were a little bit warmer just an hour ago, so those clouds have definitely brought our temperatures down. Let's take a look at our 7-day temperature trends. We're going to be right at average tomorrow in Yakima, popping up above and staying pretty seasonal into the weekend. Tri-Cities gets that warm day on Friday and Saturday, and then we're going to cool down to our average or just below it on the weekend. In Walla Walla, look for your 7-day temperature trend, also very similar. A little on the cooler side there, though, with temperatures staying in the 60s over the next 7 days. For tonight, temperatures are chilly and mild. Those breezy winds will continue, and we'll see everybody down in the 30s, staying just above the freezing level, especially in Ellensburg and Yakima for tonight. Planning your day tomorrow, cool in the 40s out the door by lunchtime, 50s and 60s, mid-60s by the afternoon. Tri-Cities, you're going to see a very nice 7-day forecast with some sunshine there. A little more cloudy Saturday, Sunday, but Easter Sunday not looking too bad in the 60s. That little dancing chicken looks happy. In Yakima, we'll see 70 degrees on Friday, some sunny days headed your way tomorrow and the next day, and then into the weekend we cool down just slightly for Easter Sunday. Temperatures are staying above the freezing level. We were concerned earlier this week that we might get down and have to issue some frost advisories, but right now it seems like we're trending above that. Walla Walla 60s and staying there for the next 7 days, but breezy winds will continue to be an issue into the weekend. And in Hermiston, look for some sunny skies, breezy winds, 65 on Easter Sunday. So pretty good looking forecast. Again, that little chill coming down, that's because the winds are coming from the north. So.
All right. Well, I guess, we'll be ready for it. But all in all, it seems pretty great, I think.
Pretty good weather. I like it.
Not bad.
Could be worse.
Does it pass the Austin test?
Yeah, it's fine.
Lukewarm response.
Right.
I'm a hard one to please.
It's okay.
Apparently. All right, still ahead on your news at 6 o'clock.
If you like to gaze at the evening sky, we'll tell you what you might see besides stars tonight.
McCurley Dealerships is celebrating 44 years with big giving and even bigger savings. Fill out an entry form at any McCurley dealership for a chance to win one of 2 $4,400 cash prizes. Plus, each winner gets an additional $4,400 to donate to one of 44 local nonprofit partners. No purchase necessary. And during this special month, lease a new Honda Civic for only $344 a month or save with 0% financing. McCurley Honda, celebrating 44 years of savings, giving back, and helping you find your way home.
This year, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale where you can save store-wide up to 70% off clearance items. And new markdowns are arriving daily as we clean out the warehouses with big savings on closeouts, ding and dents, and floor model furniture at garage sale prices. Plus, special financing is available, so you can save big now and pay over time. But hurry up, this is your last chance for final markdowns.
This week at Walker's.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing, you pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck? Our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
My feet hurt so bad in the morning, I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. Finally, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me this.
Good Feet arch supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
I was a resident here. Think of me as one of you.
You're unbelievable. So unbelievable.
Prosser Memorial Health reminds you, watch Grey's Anatomy Thursdays. Prosser Memorial Health, this is how we care.
Check this out. Colorful auroras could be visible in parts of the northern U.S. this evening. According to the National Weather Service's Space Weather Prediction Center, it is due to a strong solar storm. Researchers have observed increased activity, and that increased solar activity causes auroras to dance around Earth's poles. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration officials recommend using the center's Aurora dashboard to find out where the northern and southern lights can be seen.
Very cool. Well, new images captured in the depths of the South Atlantic Ocean offer a look at the elusive colossal squid. Let's take a look. It is the first footage of the colossal squid in its natural environment. Look at this thing. That looks pretty weird. Yeah. Well, yeah, and in 100 years, or I should say it was the first footage of it in the 100 years since it was identified. Okay. So while the colossal squid is thought to grow up to 23 feet long and weigh as much as 1,100 pounds, this juvenile squid is about a foot long. Experts say little is known about the life and behaviors of this species. Most of what scientists understand about it has come from either dead or dying specimens found in the stomachs of other ocean life. So there's that.
No dinner for me tonight.
Well, hey, the news at 6:30 is coming back after this.
Jay Delia, Jessica Jalal, and Josh Colbreth. Good morning, Northwest from Apple Valley News Now.
McCurley Dealerships is celebrating 44 years with big giving and even bigger savings. Fill out an entry form at any McCurley dealership for a chance to win one of two $4,400 cash prizes. Plus, each winner gets an additional $4,400 to donate to one of 44 local nonprofit partners. No purchase necessary. And get a great deal on a new Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 for only $569 a month. Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities, celebrating 44 years of savings, giving back, and helping you find your way home.
If your group or organization would like to receive job postings, contact our Human Resources Department, 509-735-8369 to request notices.
Apple Valley News Now open positions can be viewed on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
At US Cellular, we're celebrating our customers, like JP here. It's a special event. Us days.
Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for US Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Us days at US Cellular. Right now, our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is bringing you an electrifying night with the iconic Grammy-nominated rock band Queensryche on Sunday, May 25th. Feel the energy and experience chart-topping hits like Jet City Woman and Silent Lucidity. Now's your chance to witness the unmistakable sound of one of rock's most celebrated bands, who've sold over 30 million albums worldwide. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app. Plus, every ticket is good for $5 free play. Queensryche at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton.
The average family throws out $3,000 of food every year. That's a lot. Imagine what you could do with extra cash. There are simple ways to reduce your food waste and increase your savings. It starts with a plan and ends with a little creativity, like turning your unused food into something new. Get tips to reduce food waste and make your dollar go further. Know the cost. Use food well. Visit the website to learn how.
Spring is in the air, so let's fill it with music. At Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos, our New Beginnings Spring Used Piano Sale is in full swing. From charming uprights to grand statement pieces, we've got gently loved pianos at prices that'll put a spring in your step. Each piano is expertly tuned, ready to play, and waiting for you. Spring into new beginnings today at Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos in Richland, because life's more fun when you know how to play.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
When 8 years old, Jessica Jalal said she wants to be a reporter. While getting her master's in journalism, she began by interning in Dallas. Now, Jessica brings the news home to you on Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest.
Always on your side.
Next DT, Josh Duhamel, Minka Kelly. We're with the cast of Netflix's buzzy new drama, Ransom Canyon. Plus, Matlock star Jason Ritter under suspicion.
What do you mean?
Next DT.
Tonight at 7.
Right now on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m., Yakima leaders discussing homelessness today. Our Monique Ledesma will have the details.
Plus, our Dan Hansen has the season recap for the Seattle Kraken. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Cruising through the week. Welcome back, everybody. Austin Reed alongside Wendy Redmond. And yeah, we are that much closer to Easter Sunday.
We are. And so far, the week has been pretty nice. A little bit windy, though, today. Chasing down the hats with the little kids today.
Yep.
That was
my daughters did complain about the wind. So it's not just me complaining about the wind.
All right. We have to file a complaint with the complaint department. No, I'm kidding. Let's send it over to Stacy. We know you're not in charge.
Austin, apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? All right, yes, we have had blustery winds, and it's making those temperatures feel chilly. You're seeing these gusty winds. They've pretty much been this way all afternoon. We're starting to see the winds increase slightly in Yakima and Sunnyside. Right now, it's very windy. As you can see, the camera shaking in Yakima area. 62 degrees on our Weimar Sky Cam out there. Temperatures cooling down around the area. We're already down in the 50s along the foothills of the Blues. The good news is we're going to stay above the freezing level tonight. Look at the temperature change from 24 hours ago. This time yesterday, we were 10 degrees warmer in Tri-Cities, Sunnyside 11 degrees warmer in Yakima and Pendleton. So that is the difference. Tonight, your temperatures will be dropping down in the 30s, but as you can see, almost everybody's staying above that freezing level, which is good news. So clear skies for the most part. Once these clouds pass through, we'll be back to clear skies. Breezy winds, a little cooler tomorrow. Beautiful weather headed our way for Friday and Saturday, and then we're going to have some cloudy skies and breezy and gusty winds through the weekend. I'll break it down for you and tell you your Easter weather forecast coming up.
All right, Stacy, thank you for that. New in our 6:30 half hour now, the Greater Yakima Chamber of Commerce hosted a lunch and learn session.
And during this session, the city discussed the growing challenge of homelessness in Yakima. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma reports on what steps were discussed to help tackle the issue.
Mike Johnson, a homelessness expert in Yakima, says the pandemic is one of the reasons for the increase in homeless in the area.
Homelessness in Yakima has continued to worsen over time, and it got particularly bad right after COVID in 2020 and has remained at historically elevated levels, though it's come down a little bit since its highs in 2020.
Johnson says, according to a study, by taking a 5-step approach, the city could see a reduction. The first step, Johnson says, is by taking a safety approach.
Could Yakima have lower levels of unsheltered homelessness under current conditions? And my answer is, of course, absolutely. There's lots of places that have lower levels of unsheltered homelessness under the very same conditions that we have. Of course. We just have to choose to do it. In my view, Yakima, the best homeless response system for Yakima would be a homeless response system that values first safety. First thing has to be safety. Like so we have to understand the first thing a homeless response system has to do is help people be safe.
Johnson says this is the reason why safety needs to be the first step when it comes to reducing homelessness in Yakima.
Opioid overdose deaths among unsheltered homeless people in Yakima, and I factored that out by bed night, by nights spent out on the street. And then compared that to opioid overdose deaths in Yakima's two shelters, at Camp Hope and at the Gospel Mission. And what I found by that night, is that someone is 70 times more likely to have an opioid overdose death on the street compared to people in shelter.
Johnson says that by then tackling homelessness by equality and assistance and thriving standpoint, the city could help reduce the number of homelessness in their community. Reporting in Yakima, Monique Ledesma for Apple Valley News Now.
Yakima City Manager Vicki Baker announced Craig Warner will be the city's new finance and budget director. Warner replaces Viren Mayani, who left the city earlier this year. Mike Bailey has been serving as interim. Warner's first day was today. His name is familiar in local government in the Yakima Valley. He retired in January as Yakima County Budget Director, having worked for the county for 37 years.
New in our 6:30 half hour now, a local credit union has announced a new location out in Union Gap. It's right near Winco and Costco. Solarity President and CEO Mina Worthington believes this location will be convenient and accessible for customers. The credit union at 1249 Market Street will start construction very soon. It is scheduled to open before the end of the year. Well, in local living now, the Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce is pleased to announce the promotion of Austin Regenbald to the position of Vice President. He has been with the Chamber since 2017, previously served as the Marketing and Communications Director. In his new role, he will oversee strategic initiatives and community outreach efforts, in addition to marketing and communications responsibilities. His big goal is to really advance the Chamber's mission to promote regional prosperity and strengthen member businesses.
The Federal Drug Administration is warning of fake Ozempic, saying it could pose a safety risk. The FDA has found counterfeit vials of the weight loss drug being sold to consumers. The labels on the counterfeit products have a real lot number of PAR0362, but they also have a fake serial number. Just take a look at these numbers on your screen. If the real lot number is coupled with that fake serial number, the product is counterfeit and should not be used. To be sure you're getting the real deal, you should only buy Ozempic injections from authorized distributors of Novo Nordisk.
Well, the Seattle Kraken wrapped up their season last night with a loss to the Los Angeles Kings, missing the playoffs for the second straight year. New at 6:30, Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen, though, releases the Kraken for the last time in the season.
Larson hammers it, tipped, loose, they score! Shane Wright!
The Seattle Kraken capped off the season with an overall record of 35, 41, and 6. The season didn't go as planned, and the team traded some core players for early round draft picks to bolster the future of Kraken hockey. Seattle averaged more than 2 goals a game, and a big reason for that was Jared McCann, who was hoping to still be playing.
Obviously disappointing. This time of the year you want to be kind of getting everything tuned up to make a run in the playoffs. But there was I think there were some positive things we took from this year, which is those young guys kind of stepping up, Maddie and Ryder.
Maddie Bernier scored 20 goals on the season and tallied up 43 points. As for head coach Dan Bilesma's first season, there's room for improvement.
It's time to evaluate the whole season in whole, and there can't be any other measure than it was a disappointment in terms of what this team was able to do.
The Kraken have the NHL draft later this summer, with early picks over the next 3 seasons acquired via the trade, with 4 in this year's draft alone. The team will take the summer to reassess, what went wrong, and how to adjust before next season. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And of course, we thank you for watching all of the games this past season right here on ABC's Apple Valley News Now and on our sister station, MeTV.
It's been fun.
Looking forward to next year. Hey, also new at 6:30 now, the city of Pasco wants to remind you if you're going to be a Dust Devils game this year, you'll have to take an alternate route to get there.
So instead of taking Burden Boulevard all the way to the front of the stadium parking lot, you'll need to take the first left onto Home Run Road to access the parking lot. The city of Pasco is working on setting up a new Summers Hub location, also right in front of Giesa Stadium. So with these changes, make sure you give yourself a little extra time.
The region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. is just getting started. Coming up, we've got Operation Best Friend. Tonight, we get to meet Joseph.
Yes, plus Stacy is coming back with your full first alert forecast.
Mine hasn't.
I was going to say, it
changed.
feels like it has changed a little bit out there. Some clouds rolling in. She's going to detail out what we can expect for the rest of the evening when we come back.
Josh Cobra, First Alert Weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Gather the family and come on down to the 62nd Annual Parade of Gems, April 25th through the 27th in the Modern Living Building at the Fairgrounds. Go back in time as we present fossils of the Northwest and beyond. See demonstrations on gold panning, wire wrapping, lapidary, and more. Dozens of vendors will be offering rock and mineral specimens and jewelry too. There will be games, door prizes, and more. Doors open at 10 a.m. Come one, come all to the 62nd Annual Parade of Gems, April 25th through the 27th at the Fairgrounds in Yakima.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business. We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee you when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun! What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur-Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers. This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
April is National Foot and Ankle Health Awareness Month. Maintain a healthy weight. Excess pounds can cause stress fractures and foot issues. More at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Prosser Orthopedic Center podiatrist Dr. Jared Clifford is accepting new patients. This is how we care.
McCurley Dealerships is celebrating 44 years with big giving and even bigger savings. Fill out an entry form at any McCurley dealership for a chance to win one of two $4,400 cash prizes. Plus, each winner gets an additional $4,400 to donate to one of 44 local nonprofit partners. No purchase necessary. And get a great deal on a new 2025 Subaru Forester for only $244 a month. McCurley Subaru, celebrating 44 years of savings, giving back, and helping you find your way home.
Tonight on Operation Best Friend, we are introducing you to Joseph, the longest resident at Tri-Cities Animal Services.
Apparently he did get adopted when he first came in, but then they found him running around alone.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Houses, Christine Connolly Realtor, and by Manthite Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Hi everyone, my name is Monica and I'm from Tri-Cities Animal Services in Pasco, Washington. This week for Operation Best Friend, I have brought Joseph. Joseph is currently the longest resident at our facility. On and off being with us since September of 2023. Joseph did get adopted for a few months when he first came to us, but he was soon found running around alone on the streets, and his adopter never came to reclaim him. At this time, Joseph has accumulated 513 days in the shelter as of today. We think that Joseph is a Pit Bull Husky Akita mix. More heavy on the Akita from the looks of this 90 pounds of pure muscle. Joseph lives for toys. He will actually do pretty much anything for a toy. Like his basic commands, which is sit, shake, and sometimes he will lay down. He tends to like to work for toys more than food, actually. Joseph can live in a home with female dogs that match his size and energy, but we can confirm that Joseph would not do well in a home with male dogs or anything smaller than him, including cats. If you are interested in adopting a dog like Joseph, we do require, if you have dogs at home, that you come with them and meet him to ensure compatibility. You don't need an appointment to do that. You can stop by during business hours, Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Joseph's adoption fee is only $50. He is neutered, he is microchipped, and he is up to date on his vaccines as well. You can view all of our animals on our website at www.tricitiesanimalservices.com to learn more about dogs like Joseph, view photos, and read their profiles. Stop by Tri-Cities Animal Services today to meet your best new furry friend.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Everybody needs Joe, so take Joseph home, please. All right, First Alert Radar. We are seeing some clouds moving in and a few stray showers, mainly up toward the Kittitas Valley and down the I-84 Columbia River Gorge, but no, not seeing any showers here. It looks like it could rain, huh? Look at that cloud, but right behind it, blue skies again. Once this system passes by, things are going to clear up. We've been dealing with strong gusty winds, and we're seeing those once again right now through the area. It's been pretty blustery, especially here in the Tri-Cities and Pendleton and the foothills of the Blues. Now, Futurecast shows us staying blustery and some of our winds even picking up in the valley, Yakima and the lower valley, Sunnyside, and we'll continue to see that action through the evening. About midnight or so, things will calm down through the area and stay pretty calm overnight. Starting the day out tomorrow, those winds once again come down from the north, and you'll see them pick up through the afternoon, brushing into Yakima, foothills of the Blues, Walla Walla, Tri-Cities. Not quite as intense as we had today, but still pretty blustery, especially later in the afternoon, similar to today. And that's all thanks to the jet stream right on top of us, bringing the winds down from the north. At least we're not dealing with some late April snow showers like they are in Montana, Wyoming, and parts of Utah and Colorado getting snow right now. Warmer temperatures will be on the way when this polar jet stream starts moving on out and that next ridge of high pressure moves on in. So tomorrow, those cooler temperatures with winds from the north, that's going to kick on out, and then we'll start to see those warmer temperatures. Around the area right now, we're in the 50s and 60s. 59 in Pendleton, 61 in Sunnyside, 59 Ellensburg, 62 Tri-Cities, 63 in Yakima. Here's the difference in temperatures from just 24 hours ago. Some of us are 10 and 11 degrees cooler than we were just 24 hours ago. And again, that's due to the northerly winds coming on down on top of that jet stream. Mostly clear with breezy and gusty winds tonight. Temperatures should stay just above the freezing level. No frost advisories in our area for tonight. Tomorrow, 40-degree temperatures out the door. Noon, we're going to be in the 50s, hitting close to 60 in Tri-Cities and just breaking over into the 60s later in the afternoon. Here's that 7-day planning forecast. Again, look for those sunny conditions for Tri-Cities, gusty winds, and a breezy Easter Sunday. So if you, those little ones wear those frilly dresses, be ready for a little bit of wind out there. Yakima looking good. Friday and Saturday, beautiful, and then Sunday a little bit cooler with those breezy winds. storms once again in the area. Ellensburg also with some sunshine for the next couple of days. Mild temperatures staying above freezing overnight and staying there in the 50s and 60s. Walla Walla also has a pretty good week. 60-degree temperatures all along, staying pretty dry. We don't have any chances of rain, it looks like, coming our way. In Hermiston, again, we've got Hippity Hop Day on Sunday, 65 degrees. Looks pretty nice in Hermiston. So, yeah, I like the weather forecast. I'm happy.
Yeah, I am too. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have no complaints.
Perfect.
I'm all right. I'm enjoying this storm.
Right.
That popped out of nowhere.
This little brief, it was.
Well, I mean, not out of nowhere.
It was coming, but it's just really
it,
weak and really quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So people shouldn't freak out like,
No.
oh, tomorrow it's going to be a nightmare. So.
No, it's going to be sunny again tomorrow.
All right. We are going to do what's trending when we come back.
The Working Families Tax Credit isn't just for families. Individuals and couples can apply too. See if you or your family are eligible for this tax refund at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov/eligibility.
Step into a whimsical world of fun. Join Alice and journey into the $185,000 prize land at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Anything is possible with $16,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. And the magical wins continue with a chance to multiply your prize up to $4,000 cash. Step into a whimsical world of fun. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
This Thursday through Saturday only, it's the 3-day sale at Furniture Row. And that means the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. You'll find great deals store-wide, like the Bond panel bed, only $6.99, the 5-piece Vail dining set for only $8.99, and check out the new Vell sofa for just $4.49. Get 30% off Doctor's Choice Elite mattress sets, or get 60 months no-interest financing. But hurry, the 3-day sale at Furniture Row ends Saturday the 19th.
First, at Shriners Children's, the world's most advanced scoliosis procedures are born here. In fact, we deliver access to the world's best doctors for nearly every pediatric orthopedic condition. We're delivering care without compromise is our promise. And kids can just be kids. Because being first always starts with empowering the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
At Bruce Heating & Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating & Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $4,500 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating & Air.
Individuals, couples, and families, you could get a refund of up to $1,290 back on taxes paid last year, as well as refunds for 2023 and 2022. Learn more at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Aren't you just a spoonful of sugar?
Young Sheldon, tonight at 11:05. Apple Valley News Now.
In what's trending, singer Lorde is about to drop a new single after a 4-year hiatus.
All right, so Lorde recently revealed the new single entitled What Was That? Across her social media platforms.
What was that?
Yeah, we don't know.
She didn't provide a date for the single's release, only noting that it will be released, quote, soon.
All right. Well, Cartwright Field in Hawaii may be the oldest in the U.S., but it does not have that designation.
I like this story. Records show that in 1852, Alexander Joy Cartwright and his son marked out a baseball diamond in a park in Honolulu. This week, officials in Honolulu will unveil a sign that designates Cartwright as the oldest active baseball field in America.
However, that counters the claim by Fuller Field in Clinton, Massachusetts, That field is recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records. But if Fuller started hosting games in 1878, 26 years later, Cartwright's Field came to be. So we'll have to keep an eye. It's a battle of the oldest field.
Okay, so the only way to settle this, on the field.
there you go. Yep.
Home run derby.
Just different players
Right.
in today's times. Yeah.
That's true.
All right, we're going to have another reason to smile with Stacy up next.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
Get ready for the ultimate 420 celebration at Smoke City for Less. Starting Saturday, April 19th through Sunday, April 20th, every Smoke City location is rolling out unbeatable deals. Get free tacos Saturday the 19th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. First 300 customers get a free goodie bag. Get up to 50% off on glass all weekend. Feel those 420 vibes and stock up with all your favorite products at the lowest prices in town. 2-day 420 celebration. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Regain your quality of life with expert spine care at Prosser Memorial Health. Neurological spine surgeon Dr. David Yam, with over 20 years of experience, specializes in comprehensive spine care, minimally invasive surgery, and disc replacement. Dr. Yam is now seeing patients at our new Spine Center locations in Prosser and Walla Walla. Call 509-786-5599 today to schedule your appointment. New, returning, and second opinion patients welcome. The new Spine Center at Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. And welcome back. We always give you a reason to smile thanks to Lifetime Dental. Come take a look at your screen and this is your reason to smile, or maybe be sad because that's the final snow we're going to see on their hills.
I think Austin might be a little sad.
Right?
I have a big smile.
The snow is going away. Thanks, Thomas, for getting out and capturing that photo. The QR code up there on top of your screen, that's how you get your photo on TV, or you can go to applevalleynewsnow.com and click on the weather tab. All right, let's talk about the bottom line weather-wise. Warm, it's been a temperature roller coaster, but don't worry, we're gonna warm back up. Winds are gonna be hanging around, but overall we have a very nice forecast, so enjoy what we have in the coming days. Easter Sunday, mild day, 60s, breezy winds, sweater needed. Just an alert to all the little ones wearing those dresses, wear shorts or tights, I don't know. Something to keep the legs warm would be a good idea. And then, looking pretty good. So
that sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a nice,
Should be a great weekend for Easter egg hunts and all the fun. So.
All right. Well, thank you, Stacy, so much. And thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, hoping your news is good news. We're back at 11.
See you then.